That was Crobot with Low Life inside of the 107.9 KBPI Performance Studio. And I got to tell you guys, that is hands down one of my favorite songs that's out right now in new rock. It's cool because it's got this bluesy vibe, but I like the message behind it. And I feel like it's kind of one of those songs that maybe people interpret differently every time they hear it. I heard it, and it was one of those where it's just like, okay, man, like I'm a guy that's bearded, covered in tattoos. I work in radio. It's not the most glamorous of things, but this song I can relate to. And then I played it for a buddy who's a veteran. And when he came back, he was like, that's very much how I felt when I got back from my service. And I just wanted to get you guys' opinion. When you wrote that song, what was kind of your overarching message behind it?
Yeah, I think it was just one of those stories that kind of evolved, but it ended up being like this, tale of, somebody that's much like you're saying, like we're out here, we're sleeping in the van, we're not quite sure where our next meal's going to be or things like that. And people may have a negative connotation when looking at that kind of lifestyle. But, if you call me a low life and if this is what I'm doing is considering me a low life, then I'm all for it, wear it with pride.
It's sort of cool that, like, we've done this for, close to 10 years now, living in the van, and the song that we write about being a lowlife is, like, the one that's making us successful, which is super cool.
It's very self-deprecating.
Yeah.
It's weird how in music you just never know which one is going to take off, and it does feel, especially with rock and roll being in the state that it's in now, the more honest you are, the more you kind of get that recognition and create that conversation. Was that kind of a bigger message with your new album, Mother Brain, as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I love singing about wizards and demons and dragons, but not everybody can relate to, role-playing games and
Fair enough.
Dungeons and Dragons. So, it was an effort to definitely take a step back and kind of, make things a little more relatable.
And like low life is definitely, we don't take ourselves too seriously. And I think with this album cycle too, our live show has even more so gone over the deep end of like, it's just fun. Like if you come to the show, you're definitely going to have a good time. You know what I mean? Even if it's a small crowd, you're going to leave there like talking about something stupid that, someone did in the band,
Sure. And I think you guys had a lot of fun when you shot the music video for Low Life as well. There was a lot of different scenes and props and things happening there.
Yeah, and a lot of it was off the cuff. We had a kind of a script that we were bouncing off of. But other than that, a lot of it was just in the moment, well, let's do this. This would be funny if we did this. And it's things that are buried in there that, you have to watch the video about 10 times to really soak it all in and what's all going on because there's just so many different little gags that we threw in.
Yeah, we did it all in one shots. Well, we were going to do one giant shot, but we broke it into 3. So, whatever happened within those shots is what stayed in the video, which is sort of cool.
So we saw the director's cut with the final cut. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Well, right on, guys. Let's have you guys do another song. What's your next one going to be for us?
Do Burn?
Cool.
This one's Burn.